Question number 3. 3 root 3 minus root 12. We don't have the same number inside the radicals, so for the moment we can't actually combine them. We can't subtract them. But let's simplify 12 and try to combine these radicals. So 12 is actually just 4 times 3. And why is it useful to decompose 12 into 4 times 3? Well, 4 is a perfect square. So we can split this up into the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. So we have 3 root 3 minus, now the square root of 4 is just 2. So we have 2 root 3. Great. Now we have the same radical, or sorry, the same number inside the radicals. And because of that, we can combine them. So 3 minus 2 is just 1. So we just have 1 root 3, or 1 times root 3, which is just root 3. The square root of 3 is the answer. Whoever has problems seeing this, by the way, I'm just going to make sure that everyone, maybe I'll just change the color as well, that everyone understands this perfectly. This is equivalent to 3 minus 2 times the square root of 3. And 3 minus 2 is just 1. So that's how it works. That's very similar to, for example, let's say that we had 3x minus 2x. That's equivalent to just 3 minus 2 times x. 3 minus 2 is 1, so we get 1x, which is just x. Now, of course, just replace x for the square root of 3 in your mind, and that will make good sense. Hopefully. If not, please watch more videos. Okay, how about this? We have the square root of 18 minus the square root of 8. Both radicals can actually be simplified. So starting with the square root of 18. Are there any factors of 18 that are perfect squares? Yes, there's 9. And I can divide 18 by 9, and I'll have 2. So 18 is just 9 times 2. What about 8? Are there any factors of 8 that are perfect squares? Yes, there's a 4. And 8 is just 4 times 2. So of course I can just simplify the square root of 18 as the square root of 9 times 2. And I'll rewrite this as the square root of 9 times the square root of 2 minus the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. The square root of 9 is just 3, so we have 3 root 2 minus the square root of 4 is 2, and I can multiply it by the square root of 2. Great. Now I can actually combine them because we have the same number inside the radicals. So that's just equivalent to 3 minus 2 times the square root of 2. And 3 minus 2 is just 1. So we just get the square root of 2. And we're done.